Kevin with RogueDeckbuilder.com with another standard versus standard mono blue from Theros versus Abzan versus Khans of Tarkir. Yes, we'd like to play first. This is we're gonna keep it, but I don't like it. It's decent. It's decent. It's not the greatest hand ever. It's not the worst hand ever. We do need another island for sure. We do have a Cloudfin Raptor. We do have a Tidebinder Mage. But the Raptor is going to need some help. We have to draw into another blue. So maybe this isn't a keepable. It's so lovely if I actually do get a Tidebinder Mage. Or a blue here. Alright, now it looks like the best hand ever. Because we Tidebinder Mage, tap down the Mystic. Which was one of the huge advantages to the Tidebinder Mage in the previous standard. I mean, it really kept green down. Green was pretty kept down by Lifebane Zombie as well. But at the start of the Pro Tour, I believe, had a lot of green devotion lists, and that's how Mono Blue snuck in there. First of all, Mono Black wasn't a thing yet. A lot of people didn't understand the power of Mono Black. There was one that top 8'd. There was a few people running it, but I think the large percentage of the metagame was running like a green devotion based list, and Mono Blue just crushed it. So we can go a Frostburn Weird here, and play Mutavault, and play the Weird. Attacking for another 2. Get him down to a 16. See if he's got the Siege Rhino. We can always rapid hybridization it. This will guarantee Siege Rhino does not come out. He needs to find a removal, and doesn't have the mana for. He does have for the Abzan Charm, but he can't hit anything with the Abzan Charm. He's going to allow us to attack into the Frostburn Weird next turn. Just swinging really with everything. And he'll most likely not block with the Sylvan Caryatid. He'll give us a free damage with the Frostburn Weird. And then we can go Judge's Familiar and keep up like a rapid hybridization. Or, if we just draw a land next turn, I will just slam a Master. Post-attack. And then he'll have to, once again, find the answer. Again, Master is something I don't like in this list against this particular deck because of just the sheer amount of removal that he runs. So there's the island for the Master. But I'm thinking the right play is just to attack into everything. And we'll offer the trade, which you could have an Abzan Charm. To put counters on the Caryatid, which is fine because then we'll rapid our own Weird off. Because this only gives +1. Yeah, there's no way to return it. So we'll rapid it off. And that evolves our Raptor, and we still get in there for 5. And get an Abzan Charm out of the way. Which is, later game, an issue with Thassa. He could Siege Rhino here, and that could be very problematic. Yep. But we'll counter with a Master. Rifting it at this point I don't think is worth it. Attacking with a Raptor definitely is worth it. Negated that Siege Rhino. And we will just slam this master. If he doesn't have an answer, this should be game. 2, 4, 6, 8. Cyclonic Rift can get back a blocker. But, I mean, just, again, the sheer amount of removal in his deck. It's going to use his turn, though. Which then will result in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh, one off. If I were to Cyclonic Rift. Mystic, land, Utter End. Start by just casting a Judge's Familiar. This means if he's got the Utter End, he's got to use it now. Activate the Mutavault, which is a 3/3. And swing with the team. Now it can't be an Utter End. It can be a Hero's Downfall. But other than that, it looks like he's dead. Can be an Abzan Charm, exile creature with power 3 or greater. That keeps him alive. And we lose a Mutavault. And I think we just need to Rift. I hate doing this. But we'll Rift the Elvish Mystic back to his hand. To give us another attack. Oh, he's still 0. He's still 0. Okay. Yep. All right. So I thought he was a 1 for some reason there. So again, the right... I don't even know if these Rapids are the greatest. They kill Caryatids, which is amazing. And Negates have been working out kind of bad for us. Don't want that Wall of Frost. Get rid of that. But they do stop some pretty problematic cards like Elspeth. But I don't want to... I just do not like Master. Even though it just did win me that game, he's going to bring in all of the hate. I'm going to leave one Jason. I still think Bideth Thassa is good. Just going to go down in one Thassa. Nightveil Spectre seems a little iffy. Now, it just doesn't seem to have as much firepower as it used to. I'm going to cut one of those, or maybe just cut... I'm still thinking Frostburn Weird is the card that can push through, but might not want to be in here. And Aetherling still seems really, really potent. Something that has unblockable, can push through Siege Rhinos. But it's expensive. We're going to try the Aetherlings again. Take out a Frostburn Weird on Nightveil Spectre. And maybe at this point we just need to get rid of a Bideth Thassa. It just doesn't work as much. We don't want to see 2. And that way we can bring in back the other Jace. I'm going to try the more control route one more time. See if it works. Now watch, I want an aggro draw versus him. Because I just think he's going to bring in a lot of anti. So there's the Aetherling. We're going to see how well it does. There's Rapid Hybridization. I am going to keep this. His deck just doesn't have a very efficient way to deal with Aetherling. Not a card I wanted to see. But it does get us closer to that Aetherling. I don't want to see a Caryatid, but we can Rapid Hybridization the Siege Rhino. And have a negate up. But it looks like it's just going to be a Courser. And Wingmate Rock's on the top. And he missed his land drop, so we'll absolutely rapid that. Get in here for free damage. Free 2 damage, because this allows us to cast the Familiar as well. And take out the Courser. I guess I should have done that as upkeep, so he couldn't attack in with it. I really don't care, though. He'll want to keep it back. So I know he doesn't hit another land. He might have another Courser in his hand. Sure. I guess what it does is it doesn't give him any information what's on top either by turning this guy into a Frog Lizard. It can't attack into my Frostburn Weird. He can get in for 3 damage all he wants this turn. Yeah, that's what I thought he'd do. He's stuck on the lands. That missing with the Courser really hurt. There's the Jace. -2. I'll take whatever has 2 cards in it. And I think actually keeping this guy back to block the Frog Lizard. No. This is fine. We'll do a damage. Getting a lot of mana for that Aetherling, which is going to be very hard for him to deal with. It blocks Siege Rhinos. I made his -2 Jace again. Most likely not. He's an Absent Charm, draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Yep, that is being countered. Can't let him have... We do not want him to have a land. We want him to miss that land. I could care less about the Judge's Familiar at this point. It's not doing much. Oh no. Oh, he murders cuts. Oh, he missed. He did the wrong thing. My Jace should be dead. My Jace should... He hit the wrong thing. Jace should absolutely be dead. But we'll kill Jace. Oh, he decides not to do it. Okay. I was going to let him kill Jace here. But... we'll go with an Nykthos. Plus up Jace. Go with an Nykthos. I guess, see, that was a problem with letting him draw cards. Is because he'd be back in this. With the Jace. With killing Jace and the Frostburn Weird. Then he draws a land. He swings in for 3 again. But this is going to be a wrap with that miss target with. Well, if Thassa would have come back in, Aetherling would be... Again, we just take whatever has 2 in it. No, we don't. We don't need it at the point. So it's Tie Under Mage. That we take. which then we Nykthos Shrine to Nyx. And the Aetherling comes out. And we pass turn. So he would have had a Caryatid, he would have been able to excel into something. This would have been an interesting game if he didn't cut his own Caryatid. Because Jace be dead, this be dead. He might have like a Rhino in hand. He could have cast. Still missing a land. Even with the Caryatid means he couldn't have cast a lot of his 5-drops. And our Aetherling would have come up, out though, and I think that Aetherling would still take over this. This game. And that's the match there. So, again, it's pretty... We had a draw, because we didn't ever get to go into 3 games. A win, game 1 by Abzan, a win by Mono Blue. So, yeah, I think they're pretty even. I still, if I were to say which deck was more powerful, I'm going to give the thumbs up to Return to Ravnica and Theros block Mono Blue. I think if we were to look at more of the metagame, if we were to add Mono Black, I think Mono Black is superior to Abzan. It's also superior to any sort of Jeskai strategy. If we were to add Burn, quite yet wasn't... We needed a lot of things out of Burn. We had the Warleader's Helix and the Boros Charm. Did not have Searing Blood yet. Did not have... We had Skullcrack. So even Burn, I would say, was superior to right now's Burn 2. So if I were to weigh the standards, Theros block, Return to Ravnica block is more powerful than Khans of Tarkir and Theros block. So, anywho, it's... I think we've had a power dump, I guess a power decrease in the past, like, I would say 4 or 5 standards now. Because Innistrad Return to Ravnica was by far more powerful than Theros Return to Ravnica. And then Scars and Innistrad was way more powerful than Innistrad and Return to Ravnica. And even that, Zendikar Scars was way more powerful than Scars and Theros. So we've had this kind of power dump for the past while now, which is actually kind of cool. We've got some pretty neat cards out of Khans of Tarkir that are very powerful, but it still seems like a lot of the strategies are a lot of the Theros block right now. I know we're only 2 sets into it, but I would say it's pretty even. But you have one of the cards right now in Standard that I would consider one of the best cards is Goblin Rabble Master, which is out of M15, which you have to kind of put on the Theros block end. And you still have cards like Corsair Krufix and Sylvan Caryatid, which are powerful. You still have Elspeth, which is extremely powerful. But we are starting to see some great cards out of Khans of Tarkir make some presence. Anyway, so yeah, so to see these videos, we'll have one on Tutor's Library, one on Rogue Deckbuilder, and we'll get these uploaded, and you can see my version on my channel and Amsterdam's version on his channel. This has been Kevin with RogueDeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.